Hello everyone, welcome to the video lecture series of Cryptography and Network Security. I am your instructor Dr. Ramesh Prajapati and today I am going to discuss the transposition technique. So let's see the agenda of this video lecture. The first, transposition cipher. Then there are two types of transposition cipher. The first, rail fence technique. Second is a row column transposition. Now the next topic is a cryptographic algorithm and last is a threat and attack. So let's start. The what do you mean by transposition cipher? So the transposition cipher, it is doesn't substitute the one symbol for another. Instead, it changes the location of the symbol. It means it changes the position of the plain text as well as the key. So now in the previous all the techniques we have seen, if we use the encryption. So in the encryption we use the substitution of one symbol for another. But now in the transposition cipher, it changes the position of the symbol. It means that if we are considering the letter LR, so we have to change the position of LR is RL. Like this is called the transposition cipher. Now there are two types of transposition technique. The first, rail fence technique, and the second, row column transposition. So let's discuss the first, rail fence technique, right? Okay, how to encrypt the data how to encrypt the message using the rail fence technique. So let's see. The first here, all the plain text is written down as a sequence of diagonal and read as a sequence of rows. Now let's take one example to clear this idea, how to write down the letter in a diagonal fashion. So now the first, your encryption message is meet me at the park. Meet me at the park, and here we are considering the two user, Alice and the Bob. Alice want to communicate with user B, or Alice want to send one message to Bob. So Alice first write the message meet me at the park. Now Alice do the encryption using the rail fence technique. Let's see how. Now here the first letter is meet me at the park. It means the first letter is M. So now here we are considering the depth of the encrypted message. Depth of this message is 2. So now here we are required 2 row. If depth is 2, we are required 2 row. First row, second row. The first row, I put the first letter M. Now the second letter is E. Now we will put the second letter is a diagonal fashion. Now it is E. Now third is again E. So now again we put the diagonal fashion E. Now next letter is E. Next letter is T. So now we'll put the diagonal fashion. Now we'll put the T over here. Now next letter M. Now E. Now A. Now T. H. E. P. A. R. K. So this is the diagonal fashion. Means I have written my plaintext message into the diagonal fashion. Now how to read, means how to convert or how to read this value, how to read this message. So you have to read from row by row. It means the first row, your message is create a ciphertext. Your ciphertext is MEMATKAK. Now we will read the second row. The second row, its ciphertext is ETETHPR. So this is the simple technique to convert your plaintext into the ciphertext. Now it is very easy. It is very easy method to convert your plaintext into ciphertext. So there is one limitation over here. The letter frequency analysis to determine the depth. It means based on the length of the depth, it determines the letter of frequency. So it is easy to break the ciphertext. Now, so there is one limitation. Now let's see another example of a real fancy technique. The internet technology. This is your plain text message. Now here we are considering the message of the depth is 3. So here you can represent the plain text into the diagonal fashion. So I and T here our depth is 3. So here we require 3 rows. The first, now we will put the plain text letter into the diagonal fashion. I N T E R N E T E C H N O L O G Y, like this. Now you will convert the ciphertext. So now you can read the row by row. So now ciphertext is I R T N G. Now read the second row N E N T E H O O Y. Now the third row T E C L. So there is one limitation. It is easy to break. So to overcome this limitation, we will use the second technique, row column transposition. Now in the row column transposition, we are representing our plain text in a matrix form. Now writing the plain text out in a row, it means the plain text message is write in a row wise, and then reading the ciphertext in a column by column. Now here the key determines the order of the column to read, means how to read the column. So here we should use the key through which we can read the column. And here the order of the key is same as a alphabet order. It means that if you are considering the first letter of alphabet is A, so its value is start from the 1. Same thing if you are considering the B, its value start from the 2. Now if you are considering the C, let's start from the 3. Now let's do an example. We will do the encryption using the columnar transposition cycle. So here you have given one keyword HACK keyword, and the length of the keyword is 4. You can see the length of the keyword is 4. Now you will fill this keyword HACK in the matrix. So now first we will write the keyword HACK. Now the plain text written in the matrix form. So now here the order of the key is 3 1 2 4. Why 3 1 2 4? Because here I already discussed the order of the alphabet is same. It means that alphabet is A is the first, then its value is 1. If the alphabet is C is the second position, so its value is 2. Now here the order of the alphabet is 3 1 2 4. It means that A its order is 1, C its order is 2, H its order is 3, and the K its order is 4. Now here you have given a plain text, and the plain text is tree is a game. Your plain text is tree is game. This is your plain text. Now we will fill this matrix along with the plain text. So now let's see your plain text is TREE tree. So we'll fill the TREE row by row. We will fill this matrix row by row along with the plain text. So plain text is TREE. So we will write TREE. Then the message is written out in a row of the fixed length. Now any square space filled with the with nulls or left blank or placed by a character, underscore or dash. So if any free space is there, so you have to fill with the blank, null or underscore or dash. So here I use the underscore. Now your matrix is HACK, and the value of key, order of the key is 3 1 2 4, and the your matrix is now TREE underscore, it means here the space is there, that's why we fill with the underscore. IS, then space, it means space will fill with the underscore. GREE, and the remaining space will fill with the underscore. Now, so this is the we fill the matrix. Now finally the message is read up in a column and in order specified by the keyword. Now here the order of the A is 1. So now we will read the second column and its value is RIR underscore. Now we will read the second column and the second column is C. So its value is ESE dash. Third, T underscore G underscore N. The last is E underscore E underscore. So this is your ciphertext message. Now again, how to decrypt the, it means this ciphertext will be sent to the receiver. Now receiver will do the decryption process. So now how to decrypt the message? The same thing, the keyword is the same, HACK, its order is same, 3124. Now our ciphertext is RIR dash ESE underscore D underscore G and E underscore E underscore. So now the length of the column is 4. Now then write the ciphertext in a column again. Now write the ciphertext in a column again. The reorder the column by reforming the keyword and read the matrix row wise to get the plain text. So now again we'll fill the matrix in column wise. It means the first RIR underscore. It means reveal the second column and its value is 1 and its alphabet is A. So now fill RIR dash. Column wise you will fill. Now second is a ESE underscore. Now its column is 2 and it's revealed in the C alphabet. So now ESE dash. Now next is 3, filled with the T underscore G N. Now if you want to convert this plain text into the ciphertext with the plain text, so we will read row by row. It means that first row TREE. Now space IS space GREE and space. So this is your original plain text message. So this is the procedure to convert your plain text into the ciphertext and the ciphertext into the plain text using the transposition cipher. I hope you cleared this idea. Now the next is the cryptographic algorithm. As you know, the cryptographic algorithm and the protocol can be grouped into 4 main areas. There are 4 types of cryptographic algorithm and the protocol. The first, symmetric encryption. The symmetric encryption is used to secure the content of block or stream of data of any size, including the message, file, encryption, keys and password. If you want to secure your message files using the encryption, using the symmetric encryption. It means in a symmetric encryption, we are using a one key. We use one key, or we can say it is the secret key for encryption and the decryption. And this secret key will be shared to the both the user, sender and the receiver. Now, second is a asymmetric encryption. In asymmetric encryption, the small block of data such as encryption key, hash function value, which are used in a digital signature. It means that in an asymmetric encryption, we are using 2 key for encryption and the decryption. The key are, one is a private key and the second is a public key. Private key and the public key. The public key will be shared to all the users in the network. Now we will do the encryption using the private key and the public key, and the opponent person on the sender side, receiver side will also apply the decryption along with the private key and the public key. Now here each and every user should create two key, public key and the private key. So now the next is a data integrity algorithm. Now data integrity algorithm is used to protect the block of data such as message from alteration. It means that during the transmission of the message, no attacker will modify the message. Now the next is a authentication protocol. With the authentication protocol, it is a scheme, or we can say it is a cryptographic algorithm designed to authenticate the identity of entity. It means that if there are two users, user A and user B, user A want to communicate with user B, so before going to start the communication, user A should authenticate by user B and user B should authenticate by user A. It means with the help of authentication, we have to verify the identity of users. So these are the four types of cryptographic algorithm, right? We will discuss one by one, right, in the next session. Now the next is threat and attack. Now what do you mean by threat? So threat is a violation of the security which exists when there is a circumstances, capability, action or event that could crack the security and cause harm. And this threat is possible danger that might exploit a vulnerability. It means there are various type of software threats are there. Through that attack, it harms to your system. There are various type of threats: virus, logic bomb, Trojan horse, and worms. These are the threats through which they can destroy your computers or number of resources. Now, second, attack. Attack is a violation of the system security that derives from an intelligent threat, and this an intelligent act is a calculated attempt to avoid a security services and violate the security policy of the system. Now you can see, if any organization, first if you want to if I want to secure any organization, so the first of all you have to define some security services and some policy of the system through which we can secure our network. So here any unauthorized person or any unauthorized user exploit or steal your message or data from your information system, like hacker. So hackers, it is a one type of attacker can capture your all the information from the information system. So this is all about the threat and the attack. Thank you.